Brooklyn Independent Television.
When you hear Prospect Park, you're probably more likely to think of a stroller derby than a speedway. But after years of car crashes and moving violations, the city's Department of Transportation took action. And now the neighborhood is divided over whether the cure is worse than the problem. It's only 10 feet wide, but this lane has created a major rift in one of Brooklyn's most historic communities, pitting neighbor against neighbor in what some are calling the battle for Prospect Park West.
This is insane! Move the lane! This is insane! Move the lane! This is insane! Move the lane!
The line was already drawn even before the paint went down this June, dividing one of the borough's most traveled and picturesque thoroughfares into 2 lanes of southbound traffic, 2 parking columns, and a 2-lane bikeway. It appeared to some that the bike lane materialized overnight, but the new face of Prospect Park West has been more than 5 years in the making. And after a series of community board and civic council meetings, the Department of Transportation was 2 lanes closer to realizing the city's bike master plan, which aims to bring 1,800 miles of bike lane to the city by 2030. That's welcome news to Eric McClure, who organized the counter-protest in support of the bike lane.
The larger community, Prospect Park West residents, pedestrians, cyclists, dog walkers, all have really embraced the safer Prospect Park West.
Safer, they say, because of the traffic calming effect the new layout has on the average vehicle speeds, clocked by Park Slope neighbors pre-bike lane at 37 miles per hour and after at 28, 2 miles below the posted speed limit. But where some see traffic calming, others see traffic jams.
It's true that traffic has slowed, but it's slowed to a halt. I mean, is that what you want to do? I thought the Department of Transportation was supposed to expedite the movement of traffic throughout the city. This has absolutely brought it to a grinding halt many great parts of the day.
On this day, the traffic jam was in the bike lane as hundreds of cyclists took to the street.
I usually don't come to these kind of things, but this is just so ludicrous I had to come out for this. It's ridiculous that a small group is causing such a fuss over such a great piece of infrastructure.
By some reports, bike lane supporters outnumbered the opposition 6-1. The sizable turnout may be a response to another bike lane battle in Williamsburg, where cycling advocates took matters into their own hands after Bedford Avenue was scrubbed of its bike lane after the Hasidic community raised safety concerns, something today's demonstrators hope to avoid completely.
I encourage you all to, after you're done today, call the mayor, say thank you. Call Brad Lander, say thank you. Any chance you can, say thank you to the people that are making this happen because they need our support to keep doing it. So,
one official bikers won't be thanking is Borough President Marty Markowitz, who's been a staunch critic of the Prospect Park redo.
Now, I oppose it on Prospect Park West for a number of reasons. Number one, for those that enjoy using their bikes or prefer using their bikes, you have Prospect Park, you have the park drives that are available for any biker. In fact, they've been used all these years, and it's a beautiful scenic way to use your bike, enjoy it, and doesn't impact anyone negatively. Prospect Park West is a magnificent thoroughfare. And what they've done by creating this 2-way bike lane, they have taken away the beauty and majesty of Prospect Park West.
I think this big green stripe has made Prospect Park West more beautiful, especially when you see 6-year-old kids learning to ride a bike in it. Park Loop is used by a lot of recreational cyclists, people riding competitively, racing at a high speed. This is a much calmer place. It's being used principally by people who commute and people who are doing some recreation, running errands. It's a whole different ballgame from what's in the park.
But once the catchy signs and playful slogans are put away, neighbors will have to learn to compromise.
Because at this point in time, pedestrians are scared by bikers. Bikers are scared by pedestrians and by motorists, and motorists can't figure out what's the biker going to do next. I don't want to hit him. Drivers, pedestrians, and bikers have to think through how they're going to relate to each other on the roadways.
Download this program's podcast on iTunes. Keywords Brooklyn Independent Television.